Welcome back to From the Ground Up. We are your hosts, Caitlin and Taylor, and today's amazing guest is the former owner of TH Gray, Bures.
Well, before we hop into anything, we just want to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor real quick, which is Shields. The Shields team guarantees that that you can find what you're looking for when you're looking for it. With world-class brands and top-notch customer service, you can expect passion and empowerment through the entire business. The Shields store also includes attractions such as aquariums, arcade games, and the famous Ferris wheel. Don't forget to complete your shopping experience at Gina's Cafe to enjoy your gourmet soups, sandwiches, and homemade fudge. Go check out Shields.com, that's SCHEELS.com, to find a store near you.
All right, Dawn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. To get our thoughts flowing, to start off, we have a get-to-know-you icebreaker question.
Ooh.
So we can all answer this, but what is your favorite way to de-stress?
Ooh. I really love exercise. So for me, it's things like running, biking, that sort of thing. I feel like really moving my body helps to calm me.
Mm-hmm. That was actually what I was going to say. Working out, running, walking. That's definitely mine.
One of the best de-stressors
there
is.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a bonus.
Well, to get the ball rolling a little bit, so obviously you were the owner of TH Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about the time that you spent there and how you built that business from the ground up?
Okay, so actually I was the second owner.
Okay.
And I bought it 2 years ago yesterday, actually February
wow.
29th. So I was just an owner for a short amount of time, but a friend of mine had the business and was looking to sell it. It seemed like something fun. I love the Sioux Falls community, and I thought it would just be awesome to be a part of downtown Sioux Falls, which we all love, I'm sure. And so I purchased the building and the business on February 29th, 2020. And then the whole world changed about 2 weeks later with COVID. And so we got to open towards the end of April. And so that's sort of how the journey started. And in the beginning, I kind of wear a few hats. You might say I work a couple of jobs and have kids and, all the things. And so anyways, in the beginning, I really worked the store hours too until we were able to start staffing when traffic sort of picked up and the brand sort of started to take off. So in the beginning, I was the buyer. I was the girl behind the cash register and the girl in there helping you shop and doing the social media and any type of promotion and all of it. So
wow.
You're really taking up everything.
Yeah.
What was the most memorable moment or moments during your short journey?
Gosh, it was a short journey, but it was really some of the funnest times of my life. The friendships that were forged in the store and friends of mine that stepped up to help in, being a part of pictures or working for me or, just all the things that needed to be done, or the friends that just stopped to say hi. Those friendships that really got strengthened during that time are probably the best thing that I took away from it.
Awesome. Well, once the people, I guess the next stage, once the people bought it from you, how did they take it on after you? Were they planning on changing things a little bit, or were they wanting to just preserve what you'd kind of kept going?
Sure. So when I purchased it, I purchased the name and the website. And then when I sold it, I sold and the social following. So you purchase like all the social media platforms and the newsletter all the people, the emails that we owned. So I purchased all that. And then when I sold, same thing. She also purchased my inventory.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I bought all the inventory and started fresh, but now the new owner has purchased all that from me and has continued to buy, for the next coming seasons through the store. So that's how the transition happened. And the sale happened November 1st last year.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Awesome. What did your role in the TH Gray entail, or what were some of your tasks? I guess you kind of said you took over many hats. So what are things that you did alone, just kind of all you?
Sure. So buying, because in the store, I think I had, I don't even know, up to maybe 20 different lines. So different vendors that you shop with, and you shop for each season. So I would do the buying for each season. And that is really fun because you know what's coming in the future for the store, and you can kind of plan out the merchandise and how the store is going to look and events and that sort of thing. So buying is kind of the one thing I did on my own. And then I also did all of social media until I hired, who is actually now the owner, to help me a little bit with social media. But taking care of all the social content as far as posting and stories and all of that sort of stuff. I did all that myself as well. And so also the staffing, hiring and firing, and then filling the schedule.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Also, something I've heard about with owning a clothing business, did you go to a lot of markets, or how did you do the buying?
So because of COVID, they canceled markets, so I didn't get to go.
Yep.
And so the way they do it is they send you line sheets. So it shows you, the image of the item you're buying, if it's a shirt, pants, shoes, etc. And then maybe the colors it comes in and the size run. So you have to buy like size extra small to extra large, etc. So the way I did buying was off of line sheets and sometimes FaceTime or YouTube videos.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
Yep.
That's cool. How involved would you say that you were with individual clients?
I really like to be involved. I want everybody that came into the store to feel really special and welcomed. So first of all, I would, try to find commonality. Are you from Sioux Falls? Where are you from? What brings you to town today? Is there something special you're shopping for? So as far as, the clients that I spent time getting to know, I would like to get to know them as people, not just what they want to buy from me.
Yep, that's awesome. I like that a lot.
You mentioned earlier that someone that you hired eventually did take over that business and buy it out from you. What was the transition? How did that go? What was that like?
So I jokingly said to her that I was wanting to sell it. So she asked me if I wanted to continue working with her, and I said, well, unless I sell it. And 3 days later, she came to me and asked to purchase it, said she was interested. And so it really was her husband and my husband. The four of us went to dinner one night. We talked to them about the business, talked about the volume that the business was doing, the dollars, and then what I would be willing to sell it for. And, we negotiated a little bit and came up to a agreeable sale. And then that was in the end of September. So the whole month of October, we kind of knew this was brewing and going to happen. And November 1st was going to be their purchase date. And so what we did in that month was we started to look at better ways to staff and that sort of thing, a platform to use to kind of succinct the business a little bit. We sat down, the two of us, and ordered all the way through March. So her and I ordered the merchandise that's still coming into the store today to help her understand how I was ordering, because she had never done that before.
Yep.
And to be fair, I hadn't done it before either. I just kind of kept trying until I figured it out. But so her and I bought through March. And then we did just a really soft, announcement on social media, and that was it. I walked out we were closed on the 1st. We did an inventory. We signed the papers, got my check, walked across to Blarney and had a drink, and that was just really it. She opened on November 2nd as her own business.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So since that couple months, have you been happy with any changes that they've made, or have there been anything that you haven't liked or you would have done differently that they've done so far?
So I would say I'm really proud of her. She's doing a great job. Of course, in the beginning, there's things where you're just like, ugh, because you feel like you love the way you had the social media looking, or you love the merchandise, or maybe there was a line that sold really well for me that's not selling well for her. And so I wouldn't say there's things I don't like necessarily, but there's just things that you're just, kind of head cock, like,
Sure.
I hope this works.
Yeah.
And truly, I mean, for her, I want her to be successful. And so I'm always going to like her posts. I'm always going to cheer her on. I want to always be her friend. And so if there is things, we've had really good communication where she's been like, hey, how do I do this? Or I'm still getting a ton of emails, so I just forward them to her, and I'm like, don't forget to pay the water bill, just jokingly, things like that. But I hope that we always have a great friendship and partnership.
Absolutely.
That's cool. What were some things that when you started TH Gray, they were most important for you to get established?
Ooh. Well, I always wanted quality merchandise. I think there's a lot of fast fashion, which is more inexpensive clothes that are sometimes one-time wear. They don't launder nice. They don't look well after, a couple times of wearing. And for me, I wanted to have quality merchandise. I want any investment you're making in something that you purchase from me to be quality. Also, I wanted people to love what they purchased,
Yeah.
not just like, well, this will work. I really wanted them to love that. But mostly I wanted people to feel like when they came into the store that they were special, that they were important, that they mattered. Like I said, I wanted to get to know people, and I had a lot of people that were repeat customers. And like I said, became friends because I wanted you to feel like you were coming into my home, and it was really comfortable and welcoming. So those were things that were most important to me.
Yeah, that's cool. Kind of creating that good environment. I like that a lot. That's really awesome. So as you were leaving, was there any preparation on your part to have that environment continue?
Well, the now owner was a good customer. So a lot of things that we would talk about, she'd be like, oh, like what you did for me. And so what I did worked, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't say that I didn't like write anything down. We just talked a lot about the way things worked. And a lot of things she recognized were things that we were doing. And the store is doing really well. So I think, maybe we took it so far, and now she's going to take it to the next level. And so I feel like it's working.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you're doing great so far.
Thanks.
Your experience is really helpful, and I'm sure people listening are going to be really, they're going to feel good about this, and it's going to help them. So about halfway through here, I'm going to just give another shout out to our sponsors again for Shields. Shields is dedicated to giving the best retail experience possible. They power their associates to become experts in their shops and go above and beyond with whatever the customer may need. Shields is an employee-owned, privately held business that owes its consistent success and its empowerment to associates, leaders, and partners who make decisions for their store and their entire company. You, the customer, can feel confident knowing that Shields carries the world-class brands that you and your professionals alike can rely on. Check out shields.com, that's SCHEELS.com, to find a store near you.
So what has your experience been with marketing? And do you have any specific go-to tactics that you think worked best for your business, or do you think it just depended on the market?
So I think marketing, we nowadays rely a lot on social media. And you kind of have to liken social media to your open sign on the front of your building. So when you get to work, you turn on the sign, everybody knows they can come in and shop, right? So you have to be consistent. You can't lapse in posting. You can't take a couple days off. If you take a couple days off, people think your store is closed. So I have always told people in different ventures, and I think this for TH is, you have to turn that open sign on every morning, right? You have to be consistent and give them bites to want to come in and shop with you. So for me, I really think we live in such a beautiful age where social media, for the most part, things are free and you can really splash what you're doing on social media. I think it's great to show a lifestyle too, and to be attraction marketing where people want to get to know you. They want to shop with you. They want to spend money with you because they're getting to know you as a person. They're getting to know you and your family. They're getting to know how you're involved in the community and that sort of thing. The other thing that I would say is really important for marketing is to find something you believe in and then spend time volunteering, spend time promoting. Cross-promotion and sort of leaning into something that has value to you is going to be an attraction, and other people are going to want to do business with you.
Yeah, for sure. Are there any marketing strategies that you thought, that didn't really work for us?
So I didn't do any print marketing, which, there's lots of great, wonderful publications in the city. And I see lots of other retailers, marketing in there. And maybe that would have been a good thing to do. I didn't end up doing it, like I said, but one thing that was sort of a detriment to not the reason I sold by any means, but one thing that I did that wasn't great marketing was discounting. A lot of times as a consumer, we like a discount, right? You want to go and feel like you're getting a good deal, but the products are price fair. So you don't need a discount to buy. But sometimes it's fun to give a discount. But then when you're looking at your numbers at the end of the day and you see you've discounted a substantial amount of money, you think, wow, that could have been another person's wages or, a lot more inventory in the business or something like that. And so the one, marketing piece that we did that I wouldn't say I regret, but it is something that maybe we could have done without is the discounting.
Yep, for sure.
How would you describe TH Grace financing from the start, during, and at the end of the journey?
The financing. So we were self-financed. We bought the business, and we were able to cash flow the whole time. So is that kind of your question?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we had saved up money, and used TH Gray as an investment for our family. And then, of course, all the hours that I put into the business were kind of free. Mm-hmm. So any type of blood, sweat, and tears you can put into your own ventures to get it off the ground and to make it be successful for our family, that was huge with this business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know a lot of people, they'll do a GoFundMe, or they'll
sure,
use something like that. So I didn't know what y'all's specific tactic was.
Mm-hmm.
What are some lessons that you've gone through, or you've seen other entrepreneurs that have gone through, that you think are just very important to share?
I think that when you start something, you really have to commit. I think a lot of people, and let's use a store, like a boutique, for example. It looks fun, right? It looks fun. It's clothes, your friends, be a part of downtown. It is fun. But you also have to scrub the floors and clean the toilets, and you have to make sure there's money in the bank to pay your staff and to buy the clothes, right? Because we have to buy all the clothes before they show up in the store, and we can sell them. So I think that it's really important to not just jump into something because it looks fun, but to know that you're committed, and you're committed for a certain amount of time, whether it be hours per day or days per week or years. You have to make a commitment, and you have to show up every single day. You can... with a lot of things in life, you can work part-time or full-time, but you can't work some of the time. You have to make a choice. So while I have multiple businesses, and TH Gray at the time was just one of them, I couldn't not show up for TH Gray every single day, whether it be posting on social media, making sure the store was staffed, making sure the plants got watered, like really simple things, but it had to happen.
Yeah, for sure. That's really good.
Absolutely. Well, I got one more question for you. Would you explain, or I guess restate, how you decided to step down as your path as an entrepreneur, and how listeners might be able to find themselves to take this step down the next path?
Sure. So through my journey of owning businesses, I've owned multiple. Right now I have 3 other jobs, other businesses. So at the time when it got to be, I felt very overwhelmed this last end of the summer and the fall. I knew it was time for me to find somebody to purchase the business, but I wasn't in a position, I didn't need to give it away. I needed to sell it to make money. So the way you value a lot of businesses is by the amount that they do a year. So when you total sales, that was the amount that I wanted to get for the business. I had reached out to a few different people, and they either kind of didn't get back to me, or said it wasn't the right time, or that sort of thing. So I just kind of kept asking until I found somebody, and honestly, it was sort of through joking, but maybe it was divine intervention. It was meant to be. So I don't know if that answers your question, but that was sort of for me. I just knew I was at a point where sometimes you have a pizza or you have pie, right? And the slices get really thin. Mine were getting really, really thin, and then nobody gets a good slice of pizza, So I just knew it was time for to pass the reins on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Dawn, for everything you shared with us today and the listeners.
Welcome.
And if you have any other last comments or plugs that you want to promote, feel free to. But
yeah. Well, I will spell it just like you did, Shields.com, THGray, GREY.com. Be sure to continue shopping. Andrea is the new owner. She's an awesome person. And, we have a lovely downtown Sioux Falls. And so support the businesses. It means a lot to everybody standing in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, to truly thank you, we actually got a gift card from Crumble. They provided us with a gift card to give you. We brought you a USF mug as well.
Amazing.
So you can remember your time here with us.
That's cool.
I got one more ad for us for Crumble. From day one, it's been important to Crumble and their customers to see the cookies being mixed, balled, baked, and dressed in real time. Equally as important were the high-quality ingredients used in each unique batch. At first, Crumble only served fresh milk chocolate chip cookies for takeout and delivery, but other services slowly began being offered, such as curbside pickup, catering, nationwide shipping, and more. Since opening its doors 3 years ago, Crumble has expanded to over 300 bakeries in 36 states nationwide, making it the fastest growing cookie company in the nation. No matter how big the brand becomes, Crumble is a family-owned business and is proud to contribute to the livelihoods of its thousands of local franchise partners, managers, and bakers. You can place an order and learn more about Crumble Cookies at crumblecookies.com. That's CRUMBL cookies.com.
This has been Caitlin and Taylor with Don Bures about TH Gray. We'll talk to you guys next time.